Srimad Bhagavatam class, and we are continuing with our discussion in Bhagavatam. So, last time we discussed till chapter 1, and today we are supposed to start chapter 2. Okay. Mm, okay. So let us read from the first sloka, and it was like the four, we were discussing as per the section wise, we were discussing the like argument given by Arjuna. So we are discussing uh, fifth argument. Four we have already done, and fifth one is indecision. First argument was compassion. Second was loss of enjoyment. Third was sinful reaction. Fourth was family destruction, addition, and the fifth is indecision. You don't know what to do. Okay, so now. um, Chapter 2, Text 1. संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तम् इदं वाक्यम् उवाच Madhusudana. Sanjay said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudan, Krishna, spoke the following words. Material compassion, lamentation, and tears are all signs of ignorance of real self. Shri writing in purport. Compassion for the eternal soul is self-realization. Compassion for the eternal soul. Material compassion, lamentation, and all are ignorance. So the word Madhusudan is significant in this verse. Lord Krishna killed the demon Madhu, and now Arjuna wanted Krishna to kill the demon of misunderstanding that had overtaken him in the discharge of his duty. So his this confusion, this misunderstanding, this is compared as the demon. Now this is a comparison given that it is like demon. So Krishna, you kill the most dangerous demon Madhu. So kindly please kill this demon like doubt or confusion, misunderstanding of mind. No one knows. We may also face the same situation in life where we are confused, where we are having misunderstanding. So this demon like misunderstanding can be easily cleared with the mercy of Krishna. No one knows where compassion should be applied. Compassion for the dress of a drowning man is senseless. This is a very important point of Shri Prabhupada. That compassion for the dress of a drowning man is senseless. You are going and saving his dress only, not the man. A man fallen in the ocean of sins cannot be saved simply by risking his outward dress, the gross material body. One who does not know this and laments for the outward dress is called a Shudra. Okay, Shudra means that person who laments for material things, bodily things, or one who laments unnecessarily. Arjuna was a Kshatriya, and this conduct was not expected from Arjuna. Lord Krishna, however, can dissipate the lamentation of the ignorant man. And for this purpose, the Bhagavad Gita was sung by him. So, in order to dissipate our ignorance, our misunderstanding, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Succeeded directly for us. But he is saying it through Arjuna. Okay. So, this chapter instructs us in self-realization by analytical study of the material body and the spirit soul. Long study will be there about matter and spirit. Many verses. Okay. As explained by the Supreme Authority Lord Sri Krishna. So this realization is possible when one works just and is situated in the fixed conception of the real self. Sri Bhagwan Vacha. So now only Krishna is as such speaking. Okay, direct speech of Krishna. In first chapter he spoke, but that was indirect speech because Sanjay said. Now here directly Krishna said, Sri Bhagwan Vacha is coming here. Kutastava idam Vishme samupastitam anarya justam swargam kirtikaram Arjuna. Sri Bhagwan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, how have these impurities come upon you? Arjuna spoke so wonderful. I should be compassionate. They are my brothers, family members. I will leave everything. Let them enjoy. I don't want material things. This, that, so many things Arjuna spoke. So Arjuna may expect now. Krishna will say, very nice, Arjuna, you are so nice. What a wonderful philosophy is speaking now. But actually, Krishna spoke something different. What is saying, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? Kutastava kasmalam idam Vishme samupastitam. They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. Anarya, he is calling him Anarya. Anarya justam swarga kirtikaram Arjuna. You are like Anarya. Arya, an opposite is Anarya. So they lead not to higher planets but to infamy. So Krishna and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are identical. Now, this is the point here. It's not like Sri Bhagwan is someone else and Krishna is someone else. They are identical, one and the same. Therefore, Lord Krishna is referred to as Bhagavan throughout the Gita. Bhagavan is the ultimate in the absolute truth. The absolute truth is realized in three phases of understanding, namely Brahman, or the impersonal, all-pervasive spirit, Paramatma, or the localized aspect of the Supreme within the heart of all living entities, and Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. So, if you have read introduction in detail, you might have understood this. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this conception of the absolute truth is explained thus. Vadanti tattva vidas tattvam yat jnanam adavayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagwaniti shabdati. The absolute truth is realized in three phases of understanding by the knower of the absolute truth, and all of them are identical. Such phases of the absolute truth are expressed as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Okay, just you go through, I'll explain how it is. The three divine aspects can be explained by the example of the sun, which also has three different aspects. So we are trying to understand what is God all about. So God can be understood in three ways, three different level of understanding: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So the analogy is given to make us understand analogy of sun, which also has three different aspects, namely the sunshine, the sun's surface, and the sun planet itself. One who studies the sunshine only is the preliminary student. One who understands the sun's surface is further advanced. And one who can enter into the sun planet is the highest. Ordinary students who are satisfied with simply understanding the sunshine, its universal pervasiveness, and the glaring effulgence of its impersonal nature, may be compared to those who can realize only the Brahman nature of the. So, like even sun, or you can take normal bulb, electric bulb. So, small children may not understand because they think this is light. That's it. Little grown up, little under mature kid will understand that this light is coming from a bulb. Okay, so there is a glass covering and from it there is. But more mature kid will understand that actually there is inside a filament is there and that is actually burning. Okay, so like that it works. So same way, the person who are understanding only of the sunshine, they are compared to the people who have understanding only about the Brahman or the Brahman feature, which is actually the impersonal feature, or the light coming out of the body of Krishna, Golo Vrindavan. The student who is advanced still further can know the sun disk, which is compared to knowledge of the Paramatma feature of the absolute truth. Second level of realization is Paramatma realization. And the student who can enter into the heart of the sun planet is compared to those who realize the personal feature of the Supreme Absolute Truth. Therefore, the bhaktas or the transcendentalists who have realized as Bhagwan feature of the Absolute Truth are the topmost transcendentalists, although all students who are engaged in the study of the Absolute Truth are engaged in the same subject matter. Everybody is understanding, but different level of understandings are there. The highest understanding is of God is to know his personal features. Personal feature means he has a body, he is having a form, he is having a name, he eats, he has eyes, he wears cloth, he likes some food item. So he is a Vyakti, person. This is called personal. He is a person there. It is not like light. Okay, but different level of understandings are there. So when a transcendentalist he further advances, he understands more and more about the supreme absolute truth. For example, the, when when we were in school days, like fourth standard, fifth standard, I don't know the present what they teach, but in those days they used to teach us parts of the body. So one boy will be standing like this in the photo. He will wear one nectar, and they will say this is hand, this is tummy, this is chest, this is cheek, this is like that. They will teach. You know? So that's what for us parts of body means this hand. That's it. You know? What else we know? Nothing. But then we grown up little more. Then they started telling even more distinction in that. So they opened up the body. And this is liver, this is kidney, this is lungs, like that. When we had more advanced, then they even opened up more and they started telling about the systems and this that. Like that. So when a person advances more in the study, then he understands more. The same way in transcendental path on spirituality, when people progress further, they understand different level of understanding. And then highest understanding is the personal feature of Brahman, the body, Sachidanand Vigraha, Govinda. Okay. So who is the topmost student of spirituality, he will reach there. And that is only possible through Bhakti Yoga. Okay, so some people do Karma Yoga, they can maximum attain some sense gratificatory thing like maybe heaven or like that. So they're just doing their duty, they perform very nice karma kanda, everything, and they reach heaven for sense gratification. So their goal is maximum like higher level of sense gratification. Okay. Then second, jnanis or yogis. So jnanis and jnana yoga, they will try to understand more through their knowledge, and then they will try to merge into Brahman. Their maximum they can reach till Brahman. That is the light of the Goloka Vrindavan. Light, outer space. है ना? So if you see in this photo, है ना? You see here, this is below is material world, above is Adhyatmic world. Okay. So in this Adhyatmic spiritual world, this is Vaikuntha planet, above is Goloka planet. So there is some light coming out of the planet. So this all area is called Brahmajyoti. So this Jnanis will go to this Brahmajyoti. Okay. That is their maximum goal. And why? So actually Karmi also thinking from his own benefit point of view, because he is thinking here in this planet, earthly planet, not much sense gratification. So I should go to some higher planet, more sense gratification. I'll never get old, more good quality of liquor or whatever, women or nice food stuff, facilities, all those things. So they are doing everything for that purpose. That is there. So there is a self-interest. Jnani also may think like this world, he may understand out of knowledge that this world is all useless. Everything is waste. So sometimes we may have to be very careful whether we are bhakta or jnanis. We may understand everything. Arey, what is this? This world is useless. Material world. Everything will be distress here. Whatever we do at the death, every time, everything will be finished. Whatever you try, it will come into misery only. So many things they will understand. So finally, they'll say, this world is not good place to stay. So let us get mukti. अरे बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, so leave everything. We want mukti. That's what they say. है ना? Like in sometime in home, when like 2 3 children are there, which is very rare nowadays. Na, but earlier days there used to be 3 4 5 children. So sometimes parents will get frustrated because they are doing fighting and so much naughty activities. They say, leave us. Mukti de do Bhagwan. So they are not having some other kind of desire, but what they are having is that somehow I want to get rid of these problems. That is they want. They are not having some kind of higher goals, but their goal is get rid of this problems. So get mukti, leave this. Okay, I'll go there. So that's why they are here. Because their goal is only to leave this. So reach to some place where these problems are not there. So they will reach Brahman. Yeah. So that's also there is some self-interest. And then there is yogi. So they also not able to do this sense gratification or like that. So they feel like let us do some nice yoga and get some siddhis. So when we have siddhis, we can do anything what we want. So that is their self-interest. So they may get these things. Okay. So that's why it is said the Gyanis are little higher because they are still they can reach there. And then if Bhaunam Janmanam Ante Gyanvamam Prapatte, after many births they take and their Gyan get upgraded and by some Vaishnava blessings, they may understand Vasudev Sarvamiti Samatma Bhagavad. They may understand that actually everything is Krishna and we have to worship Krishna like that. So then if this Jnani at the end of his Jnana Yoga takes Bhakti Yoga, then he may reach to Goloka also, Vaikuntha also. Same way Yogi, after his higher understanding, like 6.47 explains that the best yogi is one who worships Krishna, yeah, by Shravan Kirtan like that. So ultimately all the yoga has to go to the Bhakti Yoga path. Okay, so these different level of understandings are there. So Jnanis may reach till Brahma Jyoti. Yogis may reach till Paramatma teachers. Within the heart, they can see Paramatma like that. So all the students who are engaged in the study of the truth are engaged in the same subject. So actually, they are all trying to understand same thing, but then because of their different understanding, they may get to different realization. The best one will be the topmost realization Bhakta will get, directly. So the sunshine, the scientists, and the inner affairs of the sun planet cannot be separated from one another. And yet the students of three different phases are not in the same category. So if you say there is any difference, sunshine is there. You can generally, when you see sunshine, like you're sitting inside the room and you see sunshine coming, you will say sun has come, right? That's what you will say. You have not seen sun yet, but you have just saw only sunshine. But you may, the idea is sun has come, and sun is set, like that you will say. And there is no sunshine, and you may see the sun globe, some light. It is a sun. That is also sun, and there is inside sun planet. There is a sun personality, also sun. All are sun only, but at the same time there is some difference also. Okay, so same way, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan, three realizations. Many examples are given, analogies are given about train. From olden days, that train used to be there, which will throw so much smoke, chuk, it will go. So from distance, if you see, it's just like a black thing, so that's the train for them. But some people were more advanced; they went a little closer. Then they found actually it's not only a black smoke, but actually there are some divisions, some boxes are there, and like that. So they understand that more. And people become even more closer to this station. So then there are not only boxes, there are even people inside. There is a driver who is running the whole train. It's not moving. So like that. So when we understand, oh, there is only light, है ना? So okay, from very distance we see only light. We go little more, there are some people. We go more closer, there is a like driver. The same way, light, Brahman, then Paramatma, then Bhagwan. So within that Goloka Vrindavan, there is a God, Govinda, Govindam Adi Purusham, he is there, and he is so Shyamam Drivanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham, Niyat continuously Prakash is coming, light is coming out of his body, every limb of his body is full of effulgence. So that effulgence only is called Brahman, and everything is illuminated by the effulgence of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So more and more when we go further and we become advanced in our understanding, then we will realize that actually there is a person. Okay. So like when you have like you are driving and sometimes like you are in a small vehicle and the other side a big vehicle is coming, some big lorry and all something. Okay. So what will happen? So like a big lorry comes, so all of a sudden we feel like too much light and we are not able to see anything. So if a person with less knowledge he's walking and he saw so much light coming from that side, all of a sudden it becomes you can't just see anything. So they say, oh, too much light. Nothing is there. Only light is there. Beyond light, nothing. Only light, only light, only light. That's why they will understand. But if a person tries little more and he goes little further in the light, even though he can't see anything, only light he is able to see. But as he goes, he may get next level of understanding that actually this light is coming from a source that is a lorry, the headlight of the lorry. So the light is coming from there. And then if you go more further, then you say actually there is a person sitting who is the driver of this light, who is actually emanating the light through the machinery, like that. So that's how different level of understanding. So first is Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Brahman means the light of this absolute truth, and Paramatma means yogis realize the Paramatma feature of Lord means in every atom Lord is present in the form of Paramatma. So that they will see through yoga, they can see because within heart Paramatma is there. So they will go deep, deep, deep in their meditation and they will see Paramatma face to face. It means within their heart they will realize. Okay, and bhakta will go even higher. He will serve Krishna in devotional service, and he will see God face to face. Well, that's the understanding here. The Sanskrit word Bhagwan he explained. Uh, okay, anyway, it's it. So I think this should be clear now. So further part of purports we shall read tomorrow. So somebody kindly note down where we stopped. Okay, and tomorrow we shall continue from this same point. So today I just focus on this three principles, Brahman, three realization of 15 of truth, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Okay, so bhaktas are behind only Bhagavan feature, because when you understand Bhagavan, all other two automatically you understand. Okay, so that's how devotees are glorified. And for devotee it is simple thing, they don't have to go like this, they are going directly sir, because what is the ultimate destination? We have to go to Bhagwan realization, that means Golok Vrindavan. What you are going to do there? Serving Krishna. What you are doing here? Serving Krishna. There also you will be cooking for Krishna. Here also you are cooking for Krishna. There also somebody may sing for Krishna. Here you are singing for Krishna. There somebody may be stitching dress of Krishna. Here you are doing stitching of for Krishna. And there somebody may be cleaning the place where Krishna does leelas. Here also you are cleaning the temple or your place where God is there. So what is the difference? No difference. So same thing which you are going to do there, you are doing already here. So that is what it is called direct process. Somebody sometime you may hear Krishna consciousness is a direct process. Bhakti yoga is a direct process. So what is the direct process? You're directly serving God. Every day you're feeding God. What do you need Brahman or this that? You're directly feeding. Krishna is standing playing flute in your temple, directly standing there, and you're cooking for him nice chapatis and samosa that you're giving him nice every day. What is the problem? And that's what you're going to do there in Golok Vrindavan. So it's all same. So Prabhupada, we are grateful. Prabhupada, he gave us direct process, no indirect. Only straight. Because we have no time. We are Kaliva Jiva. We have no time. We have our office. We have family members. We have cricket match to watch. So many things. So direct process, quickly. And when you are engaged in direct process of bhakti, you get direct result also. You relish, and directly you are enjoying. You are in ecstasy. Right? Krishna is giving you direct reciprocation. So you feel nice. And so that's what you don't get bored. Because a person who reaches even in Brahman, he get bored there. Why? Because just now you got locked down for 2 months, 3 weeks lockdown. People get bored. Everybody before lockdown they were trying, अरे काम से छुटकारा मिल जाए घर में बैठे. So government gave lockdown. Sit inside the home. No used to go anywhere 3 weeks, and they get bored there. अरे what is this? We want to go out. Even children, and some children call me. I said, now you're happy now. Every time you're complaining about school and this. I said, no, Prabhuji, we are bored in home. We want to go to school. We are missing school. This is the problem. So you can't live without activity. In Brahman, there is no activity. At least when you were in lockdown inside home, you had activities. You eat, you take bath, you watch movies, you go chit chat in phone, and you can go to one room to another room. You can go to top, and you can come again down, then again up, then you can again eat. And like that, you can chat with your family members. A lot of things you can still do, but you are still in the room, right? In that situation, you get bored. Think about not thinking about anything, not doing anything, nothing. Like activity in anything is activity. Like I'm raising my hand, this is also activity. This also is not there in Brahman. I'm just turning my face and watching some nice photo of Prabhupada. That also is not there in Brahman. I'm eating food, forget about having prasadam in Brahman. There is no activity at all. Just how long you can be like this? One day? Not possible in one day. So this fellow reaches in Brahman and he gets bored. Arey, kidhar aa gaya? So he's just come down again. That's why Bhagavatam says, even after reaching to Brahman, person may come back. So safe position is devotional service. Directly Golok Vrindavan. Why? Because when you are doing no change only. What you are doing here, same you will be doing here. So you feel like same only. That's it. And so many activities. So many people are dancing, so many people are jumping, somebody is playing, somebody is cooking, somebody. It's all full of busy schedule. Day and night you are just working for pleasure of Krishna. Full busy. Why you will come back here? No, right? So that is why it's like that. Okay. Anyways, 8 more than like 4 minutes extra. Thank you so much for your attention and your wonderful time you are giving. So may Krishna bless you with the divine knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Prabhupada ki jai. Any question is there? No? Okay. Okay, there is no question in chat. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Anyone who wants to join Srimad Bhagavatam class now, which is at just now going to start, kindly join there using the Bhagavatam link. Okay, Bhagavatam link is already shared in the group. You can join. Hare Krishna. If you are not having a still link, please message me. Hare